Hello, my friends, my star readers. How are you? I'm so excited to be with you again. And today, as promised, we have an art lesson. We have a wonderful zebra longwing or a butterfly of your choice to make. So I hope you are all well, and I hope that you wrote a lot and read a lot and even checked to what your local butterfly is for each state or around the countries of the world. So I bet you discovered new things, and I've missed you, and I think I'm all set to go. That's half the problem, right, in planning a great lesson. So let's make sure we have our items. Before we get started, I want to make sure that your parents are aware, or your, whoever you're with, your auntie, your grandpa, a friend that's at your house knows that I prefer that you have parental or parent or teacher supervision, just in case you need help with little things and it's safe for you. Okay, so especially for my little star readers, we have to watch out for each other in life, right? Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to cover. And a word I want to go over, and I think it's a life skill word. You'll hear me talk about that often, a life skill word. So today, my life skill word is improvise, my reading stars. Improvise. Do we know what that means? That means, and I looked it up for you, I'm going to read it to you, okay? I went to dictionary.com, which I look up a lot of words there. And it says to make do with what is conveniently at hand. Well, what does that mean? That's a lot of words. That means if, in fact, we don't have coffee filters, as I had said we might need these for our butterfly, that we can use something else. And Miss Burgraff has come up with that for you. You can actually use a sheet of paper, a plain white sheet of paper, and we're going to cut this out together. So I think it's important that you learn that life skill word, just because there's many things we run out of milk at home. Sometimes we use a little water, but this is a very important word for all of us to learn. You can ask your parents when they get home from work, or many of them are working at your home right now, when they take a break. Mom, Dad, what did you improvise on today? So it's a word, it's a life skill, and some things we don't have everything right where we need them, and we have to make do with what we have. And that's my opening word for you today, my great reading stars. Okay, so again, if you could have a parent help you or a teacher, why don't you watch the video, and then you can always replay it and make it on your own. You have me there all the time, just you have to hit play. And if you subscribe, then you get notifications when there's a new video out for you to enjoy. Okay, my reading stars. Before we begin, and let's keep this word in mind, a life skill word, you know what I want to do, right? I want to do the Flutter Nutter chorus. Okay, here we go. I think you have to get your butterfly wings going. Okay, are we ready? I have to crunch mine in a little bit. You don't need me. You know what you're doing. You're so smart, my stars. Here we go. Flutter me high, flutter me low. The zebra's dance is when my stars know. Good job. I'm so happy to be with you today. Okay, so let me set our wonderful book down. And I hope that you received your download free at deb@dberg.com of the Zebra Longwing, because I wanted you to have that. Okay, so here we go, my dears. And we are going to improvise today together. How's that? Okay, so this is our butterfly. I'm going to set her off to the side. And of course, I practiced because I want to make sure that you see what we're doing and you understand. And where am I going to put my stars? They have to be with me at all times. Okay, so I decided not all of us, right? We have different coffee makers at home these days. And a lot of them take the little cups, right? So I thought in the last few days, how are my reading stars going to ask Mom and Dad for a filter? I hope you didn't go buy any because we need to improvise, right? So here we go. What I did is I flattened one out, a coffee filter, and I'm going to just raise my tray a little bit up so you can see it. And I put it on a sheet of paper. And by the way, I always work on a tray. You can see my brown tray with just a work cloth, you know, a little face cloth or something, not a new face cloth, but something that you use to dust around or to clean up around your home or apartment or wherever you are, kids, okay? So I just used one that I use in the garden and just rinsed it out. And so I took a sheet of paper and I'm going to lay that flat, okay? And then I'm going to trace with a pencil, and I'm going to trace my coffee filter. So, or we don't have a coffee filter, so what I did is, see how we need math in art? We need a lot of math when we work. I measured this, and this is about 7 inches. About 7 inches across. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you can find something at your home to trace that's, you know, like a bottom of maybe a little planted pot or something. So let me go ahead and trace that. I hope you can see, okay? And I'm just going to do it lightly. And it doesn't have to be accurate. Just so you can see a circle. You could almost do this freehand, kids, okay? My reading stars. You are my stars. And now we're doing our first art lesson together. I'm so excited. So, okay, so I have my penciled in drawing. And I'm just going to go ahead and not use, I'm going to use blunted scissors. You can see the tip. They don't have sharp edges, right? They're safe, which is a priority before we do anything in life, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut that circle out. And if you have a coffee filter, you're just waiting patiently for the rest of our stars to make our circles, okay? Thank you for your patience. We need that life skill in life too, right? Absolutely, my reading stars. So, okay, we have our circle. Pretty close to our filter, I have to say. Now, either one, whichever one you have, it's fine. Put your scissors down safely. And we're going to accordion fold it. And I'm going to lift this up a little bit higher. And that means almost like a zigzag back and forth, okay? To get this effect, the folded effect of her wings. I wonder if I should put that up front. Can you see that okay while I fold? Oh, okay, here we go. So I start with just a little edge like this. Just a little edge. And then I go back and forth. I'm going to do it on the blue so you can see it better, my reading stars. I think you can see it better on the blue, correct? Back and forth. So you have this like little folded paper. It opens like folded, okay? And you just keep doing that. That's why I thought we might need some parent or grandparent help here. Back and forth. So it's called the accordion fold. Accordion fold, okay? Back and forth. I hope you can see it, my star readers. I'm here to help you. So when you finish, it looks like this, right? Like, what is that, Miss Burgraff? Is that a butterfly? Well, by golly gee. When we open it, look at that. It's almost like a wing flapping, like a butterfly wing, my star readers. Okay, so you finish that. And again, if you have the paper, it comes out the same way. It always starts with just that simple little fold. And then you go back and forth, flipping it back and forth. See Miss Burgraff do that? And I know someone in your home will help you. Maybe your older brother or sister, right? So this, I think this might be the hardest part. Maybe the body, but this might be a challenge. It's hard for adults too, my star readers. Okay, so you come out with the same thing, even if you don't have a coffee filter, correct? Okay, so the next step is You flatten it out just a little bit, and you have to decide, because you're the creators, my star readers, you have to decide what color you want your butterfly. Okay, now the idea for me, what I did to make my zebra longwing was just start with a center dot and just make yellow and black lines. So mine is simple. You might want to do circles or triangles or waves, or it's your butterfly. So you get to design it, okay? So this is what I did for the zebra longwing. You might want a zebra longwing, right, stars? Okay. So I think you can see, I'm going to try to get this up high. I went ahead and started. I'm going to use the paper because I think a lot of us are just going to have the paper at home, okay? So I start in the center with a dot, just to give me a center marker. And then I take my black Crayola. Whoops. Miss Berghoff forgot what side her markers were on. And I told you these are washable. And also, kids, you can wear gloves. I brought gloves in. But as long as you use washable, my stars, I think you'll be okay. I don't want you to be marked up after the art lesson. Okay. So then you just, right now I'm just going to do my black lines out. And you notice I'm not using a ruler, just freehand. Okay, stars? Okay. Easy schmeezy. Art is fun. We all need art. It's our creative side, right? It lets us think and dream and plan. We all need that, right, my stars? That's a fun activity in life, huh? And notice we improvised, right? We used a piece of paper, even though I could use my filter. So that's a big lesson today, huh? We have to learn to improvise in life sometimes. And then I'll go ahead. I finished my black lines from the center. Now, in between the black lines, I'm going to put my yellow. Because you know, you're my star readers. The zebra longwing is yellow and black stripes. I'm going to have a lot of zebra longwing in my office, which you're in with me today, which is a treat. Thank you for being here. So I'm making my lines. I hope you can see. Try to get it so you can see what it, whoops. Back in the frame, Miss Berghoff. Oh, life is so much fun to be together and talk about reading and books and words and art, huh? What a joy to be together, kids. So now I have my stripes. And what I want to do is refold it now, following what I already folded. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Back a little bit, back, 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 back. Fold, 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 fold. And then I have what's going to be our butterfly, right? And you can see if you open each side gently, right? It opens very easily, my stars, right? And so this is where I had asked you to have a pipe cleaner. But then I realized too, in thinking about our time together today, not every home has pipe cleaners, and we surely just can't run out and get them today. So what I did yesterday morning is I made my own. It's a little bit thicker, but my stars, it'll work. And again, I use the word, I can hear you. I can hear you, my stars. That's because you're so smart. You are just the smartest people in the world. You shine every day. I improvised. I did. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, right, stars? So I thought, let's use these. Even if you have these, I can use both to show you, okay? Because actually I have two. I made one this morning to practice before I was with you, right? So when you have a rolled up paper towel, only a part of a paper towel, you know how they come half folded, half perforated, so you can take the paper towel and take it off there. You don't have to use a whole paper towel. And what I did was, again, all I did is I started a small roll, like so, and then I just rolled it with my fingers. Can you see that okay? I just rolled it, rolled it, rolled it. Kept rolling it. My stars know how to do this. And then I took a little water. I have water over here. And I put it in a little kitchen sauce bowl this morning or yesterday. And I just dampened it to hold it together. This is like amazing. This is like so easy and so creative. But I'm glad you have your pipe cleaners. We can do one of each. Okay, so it's not wet and soaky, right? Nothing's dripping. It's just what's called damp. And then I started to twist. It's amazing what you can make with things around the house, my stars, huh? Just with a little creativity and thinking, which you're smart. And then I just kept twisting carefully because it's a little damp and it would break, right? And you have your homemade pipe cleaner. There's no wire in it, but that's okay. It will hold. So I can actually set this down and let that just dry just a little bit, and it stays twisted. I thought that was amazing. So now with the pipe cleaner, and again, I have the blunt scissors. I went ahead and I'm gonna, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I just put a V, make a V. V for victory. And I go ahead and I pinch the center of my butterfly. And I put that like so. And then the back side looks like this. And then I twist nice and tight. Nice and tight. 3 times twist. So that it looks like this now. It doesn't look like all the way like a butterfly, right? Okay, and then I bring these 2 up, like so. You know what those are, because you are Miss Burggraff star readers. Those are the antenna. And now that it's held tight in the center after twisting, you can carefully, remember it's paper, you can carefully spread her wings. And remember, you can decorate your butterflies like you wish, my dear star readers. That's right. Know it, own it. It's your butterfly. Now, just to make them a little bit more even, because one antenna is longer than the other, I'm just going to trim it. And I'm going to trim both just to try to match them up. Nothing's perfect, but... And then I'm going to take my pencil, and you know what I'm going to do, star readers. I'm just going to curl her antenna a little bit at the top. Okay? Isn't that fun to do with the pencil? Here, I'll do this one here. I think you can see it against the background here. Get a little closer for you. I just started it on the pencil. And I think whoever's helping you, your parent or adult or friend or older brother and sister. And you can use the pipe cleaner to do it by yourself. So there you go, my dears. You have your own flutter nutter that'll look pretty in your bedrooms or on somewhere on your patios or in your backyard on a chair. Maybe a nice little present for your mom and dads after they work, or your godparents, or a grandma would love this. And don't forget, it's Mother's Day. That would make a lovely gift for your moms out there, huh? Let's do it now with the coffee filter. So you know what to do. This is a good review too, right? And we learned how to improvise if we don't have the pipe cleaners. They're a hard item to find in stores. And like I said, we just can't run out right now, right? So here we go. We did the paper. I'll put that here so you can see it. Now I have 2 butterflies. Me oh my. Okay, so we start again. Let's review. Okay, Miss Burggraff. I'm going to have a lot of flutter nutters around my house. We make let's review. What did I hear, stars? A dot in the center. Good job. And all we do, I'm going to try to raise the tray up a little bit so you can see it. My stars, my shining stars. So good to be with you today. And all you do is make your black lines, right? Nothing's perfect, just randomly, wherever you want to place them, keeping in mind that in the middle goes the yellow Crayola. Here we go. We're on a roll now. We could just make butterflies all day together, right, my reading stars? And now for my yellow. Right in between. And again, wherever you want to place it. Now we're going to use the paper towel, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, here we go, my stars. So now we have what we had with the filter, the paper, excuse me, and we're going to fold it just a little bit tighter because the coffee filter actually isn't as firm as the white paper. That's interesting, huh? Back and forth, accordion fold. And we come out with the same thing. Same step, true. And you notice I'm holding it while I just look at her wings, right? I'm just looking at the wing and how the colors came out, right? And then I take my folded, improvised pipe cleaner, which is really part of a paper towel. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab it in the center as I pinch it. And again, someone may help you with that, right? And on this one, my dear star readers, I am going to put a small piece of tape, which I have here to my right, which I did not ask you to get because I improvised and I forgot to put it on the list. But it was a thought, and it's an important thought, isn't it, my dear star readers, right? So a little piece of tape just to hold the two pieces together. And I squish it down, right? And then I can open her wings. And then I'm going to bring the antenna up. And again, you know what I'm going to do, right, my star readers? Her antenna do not match at this point. So we're going to, what's that? We're going to trim. Good job. Good job. You're so smart. I love spending my time with you. So I'm going to trim actually both. Little thicker, so be careful with this, okay? Maybe because the paper towel is thick. True? True. It's thicker than the pipe cleaner. And then I'm just going to bend it down a little bit. And do the other one. The other antenna. You're so smart. If I forget my words, I know who I can depend on. My star readers, that's for sure. Okay, my dears. And look at that. Oh my goodness. How many do I have now? 3? Look at that. And of course, you can take your markers that don't stain, right? Like the Crayolas are great. They're just washable and your hands become clean. Some of you may have had your gloves on for protection, which is great. But you could actually color them yellow and black, right? So there we go. I hope if you have any questions, you know you can reach me at deb@dberg.com. And when you do this lesson, I really recommend right up here that you have parent or teacher supervision or just someone older to help you with just the little cuts or the folding, right? And maybe the assembly. But again, you can watch this 3-4 times till you feel secure. But I do want your parents to know, you know, that you're working with scissors and a paper towel from the kitchen. And yeah, I do want your parents to know what you're making, okay? My goodness, I like those chunky antennas, don't you? Oh my goodness, so great to do this lesson with you. So, and let's not forget the life word, the life skill word that we learned today. And Miss Burgraff did that with you, right? We improvised. And during life, we have to improvise quite often. I improvise every day, and not just for your art lesson, right? So think of the ways we improvise. Talk to your parents about that word. And they'll say, oh, did you do your butterfly with Miss Burgraff on YouTube? Did you find a coffee filter? Did we have enough in the cupboard? And oh no, Mom, no, Dad, I used a paper towel. I improvise. Good job, readers, my star readers. I'm so proud of you. I am so very proud of you. And I'd like to do our dance, our Flutter Nutter dance, before we leave, and also leave you with something to look forward to for our next reading. Okay, so let me see our wings. Even though you have your own wings now, you, my reading stars, you made your own butterflies. Here we go. Flutter me high, flutter me low. The zebra's dance is one to know. So great being with you. And our next reading book is very special to me. I call it my child safety book, but it's a story, and the main character is an ant, a red ant, and his name is Resilient Red. He is resilient, meaning he's tough and he can weather any storm and get through it. He's a tough character. Not tough bad, tough good. He's resilient. He never gives up. That's a good definition of that word. And I always think they're stronger. Strong character. A good character, though, okay? And I actually have Mr. Red over here. Let me show him to you. Here he is. Meet Mr. Red. Hey, reading stars. Hello. I hope you can make it back with me. Miss Burgraff will be reading my story. So I look forward to being with each of you. You can meet Mr. Red, the strong character. He's resilient. He survives the storm. And I'll see you in a few days. Keep checking back, right? You know I'll post soon. In the meantime, be safe making your butterflies. I want to hear how they came out. Watch the videos many times as you need to. And you are my stars. You are my sunshine. And it's just so great to be with each of you every day. Keep on reading. Keep on writing. Time to tell your stories. Okay, my dear friends, I'll see you next time with Resilient Red. Be safe.